Answer these questions and create 6 months of content. Bold statement. It's possible. Hi, John, Marketing for Owners, the podcast, where I help you and me to create our self-marketing company. A company that does all its own marketing while you lie on the beach, or do work, or spend time with your family, or do something you actually want to be doing. G'day. So, what's these questions? What's the content? Well, obviously, we all know by now, because you've been listening to these, haven't you? Because you are subscribed. You've gone to marketingforowners.com/podcast and you've hit the subscribe button on the right, haven't you? iTunes is best, by the way. You can give a rating and things. If you give a rating, you go to the marketingforowners.com/free book page and see what prize and goodies I've got for you, no matter where in the world you are. So, as I was saying before I went off on the tangent, if you've been listening for any good time, you know that the hub of your marketing efforts is your website. That website needs to stay fresh, it needs to be relevant, and you need to be writing. Or somebody needs to be writing. It doesn't need to be you. But somebody needs a strategy and to organise it. Pure and simple, it needs content. But not just any old content. Most people dig up keywords, do keyword research, and then go off to a contract writer on a freelance site like Elance or whatever and say, please write me 10 articles about X. Here are your keywords. Doesn't work anymore. They're boring. No one wants to read them. Doesn't really help. People want real information. So what we do is we answer the things they want to ask. Pretty cool, eh? So here's your weekend challenge. Yeah, it's a Friday. It's episode 260, our Friday. Weekend challenge. If you are driving and can't write this down at the time, go to, I'm going to give you that again, marketingforowners.com/podcast/260, as in 260, the number of the episode. Every single one is available. All the notes, pictures, me on video, yeah, and all that stuff. You can even download the MP3 there. So, got your pen? Are you ready? Here's number 1. I want you to write down the 10 most common questions you have ever been asked, ever. And because you're going to come out with more than 10, the 10 relevant to your business. So not something like, I can't log in, etc. I mean to do with your business. And yes, if it includes someone saying, how much does one of those cost? Don't give me the, well, it depends, I can't really explain. It's because it depends, I need to give a quote. Give the ballparks, give the average, give what it's based on. Yeah? You follow? So 10 of those. So that's 10. I'm not expecting you to write down the 10 right now. You can do this over the weekend. Easy. Number 2. Write down the 10 questions people should be asking you. This is the real cruncher. So, for example, I'll give you an example. As you know, I sell fire extinguishers and fire safety gear. So, one of the common things, people are going to phone up and say, how much is a fire extinguisher? How much is an average one, etc., etc. But what they should be asking is, how long does a fire extinguisher last? And are there any additional costs year after year in the maintenance? Because that's where all the money's made. That's what they should be asking. Now, they don't know that. They'll find out later when it's too late. So how about you give them the answers to that? That's helpful. Are you following where I'm going with this? I bet you are. So that's your work done. Number, oh, it's that little fly. You can't see, can you? Oh, it's little mosquitoes. Do they work in November? Anyway, number 3, have what I'm going to call a client contact or client-facing staff member. In actual fact, it would be better to have more than one, but I'm basing this on just one. Somebody, not you, who speaks or visits or contacts clients. Have them write down the 10 most common questions they've ever been asked, ever. And again, remind them, we're not looking for customer service questions, not at this moment, unless they pertain to the product. Like, for instance, once I got it out of the box, do I put it upside down to put the grommet on, or that kind of thing? But 10 questions. They are mosquitoes and they're going for me. Do they die in the winter? Anyway, number 4. Have that same person write out 10 questions they know the clients should be asking. For example, you send stuff out in the post. Quite often, if you send stuff out in the post, they may know that a particular product quite often gets damaged if it's opened sideways. Or, for instance, you have all that horrible stuffing inside your boxes for packaging. If they open it with the box upside down, all that will go over the floor and it's hard to pick up unless they wrap duct tape or packing tape around their hand or whatever and pick it up with that. That is good information. And they know that because they'll have had the complaints on the phone. Number 5. You're thinking, who else is there? There are more people. I want you to now ask a friend or a relative, someone who has nothing to do with your business, someone who knows what you do. In fact, you're obviously going to tell them what you do, but they have a gist of what you do. Ask them to tell you 10 questions that they would ask about your business, products or services. Anything. Now they're going to say, I don't know. Make them. If they can't, get 3 off one, get 3 off another, 3 off another, and another one. You can ask, you can get as many as you want, but I'm just saying, just 10. Because they're not involved, and yeah, you see, it's going to be slightly different. They're going to think more like a customer who doesn't know about your stuff. The less they know, the better. Number 6. This is the last one. This is so easy. Write out the complete and honest answers to 2 of the questions. So that was 50 questions. Okay, write out the complete and honest answers to 2 of them each week for 25 weeks. And you get a week off. Have the week off around Christmas and New Year. 25 weeks, there's 26 weeks in half a year. That is 6 months content. Not only is it 6 months content, it's 2 posts per week. But it is stuff that the customer wants to know. It also means they don't have to ask you on the phone and waste your time on the phone. Yeah, the more information you provide, the less they have to ask you. But they still think you're fantastic. Don't give me that, they'll read it and go and buy somewhere else. Why would they? You've got all the answers. You will be amazed. Marcus Sheridan has said before that the average person who buys a swimming pool from him, they trace it, they have special software that tracks it, will have read over 100 pages on their website. That is amazing. Think about it. This works. Anyway, I'm going to go because there's mosquitoes. For those of you listening, by the way, I'm outside in the garden, and despite being in November, there's mosquitoes. What's all that about? We don't really even have mosquitoes. Maybe they got blown off course. I'll blow them back to wherever they came from. Have yourself a great weekend. Enjoy. I hope it's not too cold. For all of you who live in sunny places, we're jealous, and we're coming to visit you. All right, I shall see you next week, guys.